What's going on, guys? Wunzy Gaming here, and I just wanted to say thank you first and foremost for 300 subs. We hit 300. The gap between 200 and 300 was a lot quicker than the gap between 100 and 200, but that's how these things work, I guess. That's what I'm told. So I decided to do a little Q&A. It was like a spur of the moment thing. I got a bunch of questions from people. I get them all the time. People message me in game. Some of the like original people that were there in the stream when it was very small. Um, they got on my friends list on BattleNet, and they'd ask me questions and stuff like that, and congratulate me on like views on YouTube. They'd be like, "Oh, dude, I saw your video, it did really good," blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. So it was asked like, "Dude, you should do a Q&A." I was like, "Well, I've never done one before," and um, so we're here in my garage. This is where my computer's at. It's just the apartment's tiny, so it's like this is just better for me. Um, it just it worked out. I have a lot more room here, so we're just gonna jump straight into it. I got 8 questions that I think are interesting. I guess most of these pertain to WoW, since most of these people are friends through WoW. That's just kind of how it works. But a few of these are about real life stuff and other things. So the first one says main for each expansion. So my main for each expansion in vanilla. Okay, so vanilla it was a warrior, and I played Fury. In BC, that's when I first started raiding. Was was a warrior, but it was protection. And then we went into Wrath. I was still warrior, but Titan. That's when Titan's Grip came out, and I completely switched over to Titan's Grip. I was like, okay, I get to wield 2 humongous swords or axes or maces. Yeah, that's where I'm going. I'm gonna do that. So that's when I switched over to Fury, and then in Kata, I didn't really play a ton of Kata. That's when I started PvPing a lot. I switched over to my Resto Druid as my main. Became Resto Druid PvP main, pretty much just RBGs and stuff like that. But I was in the military at that time, and I was overseas when Cataclysm was like out. It had already been out, and Mop was getting ready to drop. And then so I was Resto Druid then. And Mop I did not play at all. I was ending my deployment and coming home, and I wasn't really interested in Mists of Pandaria at all. It's not that I'm saying it was a bad expansion, just I had other things going on in my life. Came back for WAD, picked back up the Warrior, and then went back to Fury, but I went with single-minded Fury. And then now in Legion, I am maining a Demon Hunter, so rip me for picking a Demon Hunter. Next question is, how long have you played WoW? So I probably should have answered that one first. Um, been playing WoW since vanilla. I came pretty late into vanilla. By the time Burning Crusade dropped, I was level 50, like 2 or something like that, high 40s, low 50s. So I wasn't even max level when BC dropped. So BC was the first raiding expansion that I did. But I did start in vanilla. I started pretty late, but I've played since then. Have you regretted a main choice? So yeah, I probably could have staggered that a little better. Absolutely, I regret maining a demon hunter in Legion. It was great at the beginning, and right now it's just not. It's a bummer. It's a bummer. They keep getting pushed down. I don't know if you guys have looked at the recent sims on the 7.1.5 PTR notes, but it's literally survival hunters and BM survival hunters and demon hunters fighting for that bottom spot to stay out of that bottom spot. Right now, survival's on the bottom, so that could change, of course, but that's as it sits right now, and it really sucks. As far as like the other ones, no. Um, I wish I would have played like a DK in Wrath just because they were insanely overpowered, but I had fun as Fury, so it wasn't like a big bummer. So I would say no. All my other expansions, I really enjoyed playing Resto Druid, and no, I still love Warrior. Warrior is my second highest eye level in this current expansion. She's like an 874 or 3. My Demon Hunter's an 886, but like still, like eye level wise, my Warrior's catching up. So the next one is, what is your favorite expansion, and can you rank your favorite expansion from favorite to least favorite? So you want to go favorite to least favorite. My favorite expansion is Burning Crusade. That could just be that could be biased because that was my first rating expansion, but I feel like that was my favorite time in WoW was Burning Crusade 100%. Um, as far as favorite to least favorite, so we're gonna go Burning Crusade for the reasons I said. I think the rating content was great, the PvP was great. Everything was great except for resilience. Resilience kind of sucked. But so we go Burning Crusade, and then I'm gonna go Wrath of the Lich King, and it's very close. So we're gonna go Wrath of the Lich King because that was another one that I rated a ton in. Killed Arthas, did that whole thing, and then very close behind Wrath is Legion. It's so close, like such a slim margin. I really, really, really like Legion. Um, I like the content so far. Emerald Nightmare is getting kind of dry right now, but it's just the new formula that Blizzard's doing with World of Warcraft. It's not like Burning Crusade where you would kind of jump around between Karazhan, Gruul's Lair, you go do Magtheridon's Lair, you do a few bosses in the Eye, and then a few bosses in Serpentine Keep. I like that. It kept it fresh, but you run out of content. So then we'll go Legion, and then I'm gonna go Cataclysm, and then my least favorite being WoD. I'm not gonna have an opinion on MoP because again, I did not play MoP. It was just I was doing other things in my life, but that's gonna be how mine goes. And Cataclysm isn't as bad as I thought it was. It's not nearly as bad as WoD in my opinion because Cataclysm PvP was actually pretty sweet. So let's see. Do you PvP? I do PvP. I don't PvP a lot. I used to PvP a ton. Like I said, back in Cataclysm, all I did was PvP. The internet overseas, when I would get a chance to play, it couldn't handle raiding for some reason. But RBGs, it did fine. So I was able to play RBGs in arenas and all that kind of good stuff. So I did a ton of PvP then as a Resto Druid. In Burning Crusade, I was able to push 2K in Season 1 and Season 2 as an Arms Warrior. It was a total cheese combo. I get it. Arms Warrior, Resto Druid. It was 100% face roll. The only thing we lost to was literally another Arms Warrior and Resto Druid combo. That was always like a 50-50. And then Season 3 switched from Arms Warrior to, switched from Resto Druid to Resto Shaman. We did pretty good. We got like 18, 1900. We didn't push over 2K, but I was kind of easing out of PvP at that point and getting really serious into PvE, Black Temple, Sunwell, all that good stuff. What do you do outside of WoW? Outside of WoW, I do a lot of things. I'm a big sports nut. I like pretty much every sport. I've started getting into soccer. Soccer's like something that I never really was interested in, but I actually work out. I run every other day. I started doing where you sprint for 2 minutes and then walk for 2 minutes, sprint for 2 minutes, and I was very surprised by how that whooped me. But I do that. I love working on cars. I like a bunch of different stuff, but other than that, it's pretty chill. If I'm not working, that's what I'm doing. I've been working a lot lately, so it's been rough to try to keep everything up, but you do what you can. How did you come up with the nickname Wunzy? The nickname Wunzy was given to me in the military. One of my sergeants, one of my higher ups, we became really good friends, and it's a play on my last name. He called me Wunzy one day, and it stuck. And then everybody called me that. So I was like, well, it's unique, it's different, so I'm gonna run with it. It's not onesie like pajamas. It's Wunzy, Wunzy. So it's just a play on my last name, and I got it from a good friend of mine, and it's pretty sweet. What's your guess for the next expansion? My guess for the next expansion, there's a few, but the one that I really think we're gonna do, I think we're gonna deal with Queen Ashara. I really think they built it up in Legion with the Asuna stuff. I really think that we're going to be dealing with her. People have been calling for it for a while. I don't know if you guys saw like the big prediction threads on Reddit and stuff. They Wrath of Ashara, and they even built like the whole thing. Sorry, Pac-Man. They even built like the whole thing, like the title, what it would look like. And I don't know. It looks like they're building up to that. We'll see. Maybe we deal with her in this expansion at the end. Who knows? At this point in this video, I don't know. I haven't dug too much into it besides that. But I think we can definitely do like a Naga Queen Ashara thing, and they might actually give us Naga as a playable race, which would be freaking awesome. I hope it's not neutral though. Like either way it goes, I don't care. I'll play it, but it's like neutral's kind of, it's weird. I like give us two, give us Naga and something else. If you're gonna give the Alliance Naga, give the Horde freaking ogres like we've been asking for forever. All right, next one. Guess. Oh, I said that one. Do you play other games? I do. I have a lot of other games. H1Z1. I play a lot of RTS games, Rise of Nations and stuff like that. Sims games like not Sims, but like SimCity, like City Skylines. I play that. Counter-Strike. I love NBA 2K. I have that on my computer. I play it single player. I like doing like custom leagues and crazy stuff like that. I play Overwatch. Diablo 3, when a new season comes out, you'll probably find me on that for a little bit. And then Hearthstone pisses me off though, but sometimes I find my way back to it. But that's pretty much it. But like WoW is the main mistress for sure. And then the last question is, why haven't you been consistent on Twitch lately? Well, lately it's been rough. It's a lot of time. I'm working a lot. Those of you guys that do know, I'm helping start a nonprofit organization to help veterans get into college easier. to take the middleman out of the equation, just to help them out, give them resources, all kinds of stuff. And it's been crazy, and designing all this stuff and calling other people. It's been nuts. I've devoted a lot of time to it, and it's taken time out of the stream. That's kind of why I've moved more towards the YouTube portion, because it's a little. I can put a video together and I could pick it up, and I could walk away and do something, work for a little bit, and come back and pick right back up where I left off. You can't really do that on streaming, so it's really convenient for what I'm doing right now. I will get back into it. I do promise that. I'll stream whenever I can. It's just really tough. So I want to thank you guys for the 300 subs. Again, it's not like a huge thing, but to me it's a big deal. 300 people liked the channel and subscribed to it. And like I said, you guys asked me these questions. 99% of these were people just messaging me in game, and they'll ask me a question. I actually got a few in-game mail, which was kind of cool from some of you guys. You guys figured out where my characters were at and just sent me an in-game mail. That was cool. I want to thank you guys for that. And it doesn't bug me at all. So I hope you guys have a great day. I'm probably gonna release another video today. Somebody wanted me to update the Fresh 110 guide. I guess it was the information in there wasn't very clear, so I recorded some new stuff today, and maybe that'll come out later today. But you know, we'll see. We'll see. I recorded it. I wish that I would have been able to record it during the time walking that ended today. So I don't want to wait 2 weeks for Wrath of the Lich King. So I'll probably just figure something out for that. But hope you guys have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next video, and I want to thank you guys for stopping by, and thank you guys all for the 300 subs.